Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would love to have you subscribe, like, comment, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So, today's video is a collab, yeah! And I've collabed with both of these creators in the past, but never together. So all three of us decided that we really needed to do a collab together because we just love each other, we respect each other, we inspire each other, and I was just so excited to do this with them. The first person is Marina. Marina and I did a collab not too long ago. We did the ageism tag together, and we used the Lilac You A Lot palette, and that was so much fun, and I just adore Marina. She and I connected on YouTube, I don't know, probably a couple months ago, and I was so thrilled to find out that she had a channel, and I instantly went and subscribed and watched her videos, and I will definitely have her channel linked in the description box. She has become such a dear friend to me, and I just adore her. She's in her 50s, she lives in Sweden, and she creates the most bold, dynamic, beautiful eye looks. Nothing scares her. She just goes for it makeup-wise, and that inspires me so much. I just adore her. So please go to Marina's channel, subscribe, and binge watch her videos. And then the other creator is Steph, Not Your Basic Steph. I've mentioned Steph multiple times in my videos, and I always will. Steph was the one creator who really pushed me to start my channel. I couldn't believe that I was actually open enough with her to tell her that's what I wanted to do. And I was so nervous to tell her. I didn't know what her reaction would be. And she was so encouraging and supportive and has helped me so much with advice and just, you know, different kind of technical aspects of having a channel. And she and I have grown to be like sisters. She's definitely family to me. And I just want to meet her so badly. She does live in the UK, but someday I'm going to hop on a plane and I'm going to fly there and I'm going to knock on her door and I'm going to hug her and never let her go. If you have not subscribed to Not Your Basic Steph, I'm going to link her channel in the description box. Please do yourself a huge favor and go subscribe and binge watch her videos. She is so much fun to watch. She creates such beautiful, dynamic looks, and I have learned so much about makeup techniques, different brands. She's really into indie brands from watching her channel. And she and I talk to each other every day. I don't know that I could get through a day without talking to Steph. She just absolutely soothes my heart and fills me with so much happiness and love. And I just, I'm honored to be her friend and her sister. So we decided to do this collab, like I said, and we didn't really know exactly what we were going to do. And luckily, Steph came up with a perfect idea. She said, let's do a carnival inspired theme, which is perfect because where I live, we just had our fair here, like a carnival. And I thought, oh yeah, that'll be so much fun. So if you want to see what palette I used to create this look, it was actually a gift from Steph all the way from the UK. And you want to see how I created this carnival inspired look, then please sit back, relax, and let's get started. All right, let's get started with this carnival inspired look. I am so excited. I have no idea what palettes Marina and Steph are going to use. We just kind of haven't shared that information with each other. So I am so excited to see their videos. And it's so hard because typically when we upload our collabs, I'm at work. So I have to wait until my lunch hour and I'm like dying with excitement to get on my phone and watch their videos. So I am going to be using the Suva Beauty Magic Ecstasy palette. This is actually a palette that my beautiful sister Steph sent to me all the way from the UK. I could just kiss her face off for sending me this palette. I've wanted this for so long, and I shared that with her, and she said, well, then I'm going to send you mine. And I was like, what? I was so excited. So this is, to me, screams carnival. It's got all these beautiful, bright, bold colors, and it's got pressed glitter, which I love, and I've never used this palette before, so this is kind of a first impression video as well. But I was having kind of a tough time deciding which colors to use, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this color here, and then I think I'm going to use this green and this blue, and then do a couple different colors of glitter on the lid, and I can't wait. So I'm going to start off with this yellow here, kind of towards the front part of my transition area, and I'm just going to take this little brush here just so it doesn't kind of get overly blown out, and yeah, let's just go. Now this shade is called Trance. Ooh, I'm going to put you in a trance with my look. All right, so I'm going to start putting that down here, just kind of placing the shadow down in the front part of my transition area, and yeah, we'll just kind of see where this takes us. I'm excited. I've said multiple times in my videos that bright, bold colors used to scare me to no end, and now I love them. My neutral palettes are not really getting the love that they used to get anymore because I really enjoy using these bright colors a lot more than I used to. So, and this has got great pigment. It's laying down very nicely. It doesn't look patchy at all. It's beautiful. So I'm very excited about that too. And of course, I do have a carnival story that I'm going to share with you. Every summer we have the Lane County Fair. It's like a, you know, all these rides are there, and all these different kind of food booths that are just delicious. And then they have like an animal center, like a barn that's set up with all like the 4-H like prize pigs and sheep and horses and goats and cows. And it's really fun. And then also they typically have like performers come and do concerts in the evening. Like a couple summers ago, my husband and I and his daughter and my mother-in-law went and saw Bret Michaels, the lead singer of Poison. That was so much fun. He was great. He was so fun. But anyway, so and I've been going to the fair pretty much every year since I was little. Now, let me make a little correction there. I haven't gone very often as an adult, but when I was a kid, I mean, I lived to go to the fair in the summer. And I would typically go with my next door neighbor girl. She was, I think, she's just a year older than me. She was either a year or 2 years older than me. And we would just have a blast. Like my mom would just kind of drop us off and we would just go and hang out at the fair all day. You can't really do that kind of stuff anymore. Like I would never really let my kids do that, but back then you could do that and it was okay. You weren't gonna get kidnapped. All right, now I'm gonna go into this green shade here. This is called Charmed, and I'm gonna put that in the middle of my transition area. I'm just gonna use this other little kind of no-name brush that I got off AliExpress. I'm gonna put that down right here. And, ooh, that's gorgeous. And just kind of place the shadow on the lid. So yeah, like I said, I would go to the fair with my neighbor girl pretty much every year from the time I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7, all the way through middle school. And this year, I think this was the first year that my mom let us go by ourselves because, you know, when we were that little, my mom would take us. But this year she was kind of like, okay, you can go by yourselves. I was 10. And there was a ride at the fair called the Skydiver that I was terrified to go on. I mean, terrified. And my neighbor girl told me, before we got to the fair that day, she said, if you don't go on the Skydiver, I'm never coming to the fair with you again. So I was like, okay, fine. Now the Skydiver is like an overblown Ferris wheel. Like, you know what a Ferris wheel is? It's just that big round ride and you get in like little bench seat and it's very calm and you just, I mean, it goes up pretty high. You just kind of go around in a circle, you know, up and then back down and up and then back down and you can see the whole fair and it's just very nice. And, you know, it's kind of a romantic ride. If you know, have a partner, you can get on there and smooch and it's cute. So the Skydiver is that on steroids. It's basically, you would sit in these little cages type things, I guess, like kind of like little bucket seats. And you'd get in and they would, you know, belt you in like with just a seatbelt. And then this little door would come across, like these 2 doors would come across in front of your face. And they'd put like a teeny tiny little metal pin in it to keep it shut. Great. And then, you know, they load you on it and you go all the way up to the very top. Now the thing that you're sitting in can spin around like this. So when you get up to the very top of the ride, you're either staring straight up at the sky or you're looking straight down at the ground. And this sucker is probably like, I don't know, 80 to 100 feet tall. I mean, it's huge. And I've always been really afraid of heights, but at this time in my life, I don't know, you kind of think you're immortal. So it wasn't the like mess that it would be now. Like there's no way I would get on that right now. No way, no way. So now I'm going to go into this shade here. This is called Unusual. I'm going to put that down towards the outer part of my transition area and in my outer V. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush. So, and they like play really loud music on this ride. I mean, it's really a fun ride, but it's just crazy, huge, tall, scary, crazy ride. And so, you know, I'm trying to like act like I'm cool and I can handle this ride, but deep down I'm just like, oh my God, this is awful. I was so scared. So we get on together and they buckle us in and they start the ride. And of course, you know, you're just kind of slowly going up the side and then you go up to the very top because they're loading people the whole time. So that really is like the bulk of the ride. The actual ride itself is only like 2 minutes long, but you're on the ride forever waiting for people to get loaded onto it. It was just horrible. I hated that. So we're up now at the very tip top and instead of us being, you know, pointed towards the sky, we're looking straight down at the ground. And I'm like, great. So for the majority of that time, I just had my eyes shut because I was so terrified. But, you know, I kind of kept opening my eyes every so often. The next thing I know, the seat belt that's around our waist snaps and we both go flying face first into this teeny tiny little metal grated door that has that little teeny pin that's keeping it shut. We just slam, you know, face first into the door. And we both just start screaming and hollering, but you know, down at the bottom is where all the, you know, like AC/DC and Metallica is playing, so they can't hear us. And I mean, we're like, you know, 80 feet up in the air. So this really nice couple was probably like 3 or 4 cars ahead of us. And I'm loving these shades. They're really nicely pigmented and they're super easy to blend out. I think this looks gorgeous. I'm so excited. And anyway, so he sees us fall into the door and he can hear us screaming. And he starts going, girls, girls, girls. And we're like, what? And he's like, I want you to calm down. And I want you to put your hands on the door, brace your feet, and push yourselves back into your chair. And then grab a hold of the seatbelt and tie it back around your waist as tight as you can. Because he's like, you know, I think it'll work. And I'm like, okay. And, you know, gravity is basically forcing us to the door, you know. So we do that. We brace our hands and feet. And I'm just terrified that this little door is going to give way and we're going to, you know, go plummeting out of the ride. And we do get ourselves pushed off and back in the seat. And we tie the seatbelt back around our waist. And it was so funny. The guy's like, as soon as we get down to the bottom, I'm going to yell at the guy to stop the ride. Well, they can't hear you. So they're yelling to stop the ride. We're yelling to stop the ride. I mean, we were okay, but we were just terrified. So I think, like I said, the ride lasted maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes. And then, of course, you have to wait for them to unload everybody. But yeah, that was the last time I ever went on that ride, and I will never go on it again, ever. I did just get this new, it's called Primero Primer Long Wear Sticky Pigment Base. And I've heard this is really good for like a glitter primer, and I cannot find my NYX glitter glue anywhere. So I'm gonna try this out on my lid here. It does have a little bit of like a kind of a flesh tone pigment color to it, but I think it'll be fine. I've never used this before, but I'm kind of excited to see how it performs. So I'm just gonna kind of cut my crease with this so that I can apply the glitter. And I'm hoping for less fallout because, of course, I have already done all my makeup and I don't want to get glitter fallout all over my face. But yeah, this is pretty sticky, very sticky actually. And I'm also going to be spraying my brush with the glitter too. So let me grab my setting spray here, take the lid off. And I think I'm going to go into, I want to do something really fun on the lid for the glitter. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this really bright blue glitter on the outside part and then this bright yellow on the inside part of my lid. So let me grab my brush and I'm going to just go ahead and put some of that blue glitter down. Oh God, that's gorgeous. It's got kind of a purpley reflect to it as well. So let me spray this and we're going to put some glitter on. All right. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a little bit of fallout here, but that tacky base is sure helping that stick, which is great. God, that's gorgeous glitter. Oh, wow. Ooh, isn't that pretty? I definitely feel like a carnival is exploding on my eyelid right now. That's wonderful. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit more of that glitter and I'm gonna spray it again and just put that down. So yeah, after that little debacle, we just kind of stuck to like tamer rides. We would go on like the Scrambler and like the Tilt-A-Whirl and just kind of left those big crazy rides to big crazy people because that was just a nightmare. It scared us so bad. I remember going home and telling my mom, and my mom, oh, there's a little bit of glitter down here. My mom kept telling us, do not go on the skydiver, because you know, she'd seen the ride. The ride had been there for a long time. And she's like, do not go on the skydiver. I don't want to hear that you guys have been on the skydiver. And so we got home, we're like, yeah, we went on the skydiver and almost fell out of it. So that was great. All right, I'm gonna take that off the brush a little bit here. And I do have some, a little bit of fallout, but I'll clean that up. And now I'm gonna go into this, oh, that one was called Catalyst and this one is called Creative. That's cool. And I'm gonna put that down on the brush and give it a little spritz and then put that down towards the front part of my lid. This glitter is gorgeous. It is kind of a chunky glitter formula. These typically aren't my favorite, but it is pretty finely milled, so I'm not really worried about getting it in my eye. So far, so, oh my God, that's gorgeous. So far, so good. So I think we're gonna be okay. I really do. But yes, there is some fallout here. I'm just gonna try to kind of meld those two together a little bit so it's not quite such a stark difference between the two glitters. But yeah, this is fun. Wow. Ooh, I love that. I think that's so pretty. I just cannot wait to see what Steph and Marina do. They both create such beautiful, bold, bright looks. And I do have some transfer up here, but you know what? I could care less because like I said, this is a carnival look. I mean, big deal if it transfers up there. That's fine. All right, and there is some fallout, but like I said, I'll take care of that as I'm cleaning things up here. And then I think what I am gonna do is I'm gonna add some depth to the outer edge here. And I think I'm gonna go into this black shade. It's called Delusional. And I'm just gonna take, let's see, where's my, oh yeah, my little Morphe brush here. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of black on there and then just go in the very outer edge of my outer V and just place some black, just kind of next to that glitter, just to really make that kind of pop. And just, I always love a really dark, deep outer corner. I just think that's fun. And just kind of always how I do my makeup, which I don't mean to be repetitive or anything, but I just like, oh, that's really pretty. I like that. I like that a lot. That looks great. Okay. Oh, that's gorgeous. And this is a very nicely pigmented black. It's not like overwhelmingly pigmented or anything. It just goes on really nicely. I mean, these shades are great. I love them. Thank you, Steph. So fun to use this palette. I remember when this palette first came out, I was like, oh my God. And then I was telling Steph and she said, yeah, I got it. I'm gonna send it to you. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I used to put down that blue color and just kind of blend that out a little bit more so it's not quite so starkish looking. But oh, I think that's gorgeous. I love that. And then I think too what I'm gonna do is just kind of touch up the green and the yellow again, just to make sure that's all nice and defined, and you can definitely see the difference in the shades. And just kind of tone down that glitter transfer a little bit too. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. And then back into Trance, the yellow shade. And just kind of make that a little bit more defined and just kind of, I don't know, maybe chill that glitter transfer out just a little bit. If my eyes weren't so damn hooded, it wouldn't matter. But I've got hooded eyes, baby, hooded eyes. Oh, this is so fun. It's so fun to, like, you know, have friends on here and have them challenge you to do things that are kind of out of your comfort zone. It's so much fun. I've so enjoyed doing these collabs. They're so much fun. And like I said, Steph and Marina are gonna nail this. I cannot wait to see their looks. It's gonna be so much fun. All right, I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do the other eye. I'm gonna clean things up. I'm gonna add some finishing touches, and then I'll come back and show you the finished look for our carnival theme collab. So hang tight. All right, I'm back and this is the finished look. I love how this look turned out and I had such a blast creating this look. Steph, you are an absolute genius for choosing this carnival inspired theme. I just loved it. And you are also amazing for sending me the Suva Beauty Magic and Ecstasy palette. This was so much fun to play with. The mattes in this palette are absolutely incredible. They're very pigmented, but they're not patchy. They're really easy to blend out. You don't have to finesse them or fart around with it to make it look the way you want it to. They just went on, and I mean, very easily. And the glitters I like. They're a little chunky. I do have some fallout on my face, but you know what? This is a carnival inspired theme, and what's wrong with looking like a disco ball? I think it's perfectly appropriate. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the shades that I used with you again quickly. On the inner part of my transition area, I used this shade Trance. On the middle part, I used Charmed, and on the outer part and kind of into my outer V, I use this shade. It's called Universal. Oh no, not Universal, Unusual. Sorry. Don't have my glasses on. And then I deepen that up with this shade. It's called Delusional. And this is a beautiful black matte. I love it. And then for my lid, the glitters, I used a combination of Creative and Catalyst. And then on my lower lash line, just kind of on the inner part, I put this shade. It's called Alchemy. And this is kind of like a green, blue, yellow mixture, and it's gorgeous. And then I just kind of smoked out the outer part of my lower lash line with this shade here called Unusual. And this is just a wonderful palette. I cannot wait to use it again, Steph. If I ever see you in person, I'm gonna kiss your face off for giving me this palette. I love you. And then a couple other things I use in this look, I'll go over that with you. I use the Milani Stay Put Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Keep On Sapphire. I use this in my waterline and then just a little bit on my upper lid, just kind of right next to my lashes. I love these. I have a couple of these, and I know I've used this before, but they're just really nice, kind of metallic-y looking eyeliners. I thought it would go really nice with the eye look. On my lips, I use the COLLAB Beauty Liquid Rouge Metal Lipstick in the shade Escape. I just did a video where I lip swatched 5 of these shades, and I just thought this would look really nice. I kind of wanted to have like an opposing color on my lips to really like, I don't know, carnival my face out. And I just thought this would be perfect. I love this. However, I'm probably going to be wearing this for at least 3 days because it takes like a blowtorch and a jackhammer to get these off my lips, but you know, it's okay. And then I did cover that a little bit with some glitter from the palette. I use this shade here called Deception. And I just thought it would be fun to have, you know, if I'm going to have glitter on my eyelids, why can't I have it on my lips too? So I just thought that would be really fun. I can't wait till my husband gets home from work. He's going to be like, wow, what have you been doing all day? This, honey, I look like a carnival, can't you tell? And then also I use the Essence Lash Princess as my mascara. I just love this mascara. I know it's redundant. I need to branch out and find some more. I promise I will go to the drugstore soon and find some new mascaras to try out for you guys. But I love the wand. It's really easy to use when you have a lot going on your eyelid because it's just a really nice, long, thin wand, and it just kind of stays away from your eyelids. So I didn't want to have glitter all over my eyelashes. So this worked out perfectly. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this carnival inspired theme come together. This look was just a blast to put together. I loved it, and I cannot wait to see Marina and Steph's looks. I don't know what palettes they're going to use, but I'm kind of thinking there's going to be some glitter involved. Both Steph and Marina love glitter, so I just can't wait. And I just don't know how I'm going to get through my day until my lunch hour, until I can watch their videos. It's going to be tough. But anyway, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day or evening to sit down and watch my video. It absolutely means the world to me. If you have subscribed or you would like to subscribe, please do not forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're aware of all of my future uploads. I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video, but in the meantime, please take care of yourselves, be well, safe, happy, and I will see you again soon. Thanks again, you guys. Take care. Bye.